Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Monday night, and you know what that means. It's time for Raw Event Center, where all the report is coming from Monday Night Raw. But this time around, Raw is now being aired on Netflix. And here is your host of the show, who man who always is unpredictable as the superstars of the WWE, Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans, 1977, episode 1987. 1987, what a year that was. Basically, it was the very beginning where my life has changed. You know, being 10 years old and all, and you know, it starts a very new beginning. So that's all I'm going to say on that matter. And I will explain that on the next episode of the show. We just got finished done live reacting to Monday Night Raw. I want to thank all the people who've live chatted in there. Thank you very much for tuning in. And we're going to talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw. Those who have not watched Raw. So Seth Rollins to come out to address the Atlanta crowd about him entering the Royal Rumble and wanting to win the World Heavyweight title. Gunther interrupts Rollins, starts trash-talking him, and then Logan Paul interrupted Gunther and Rollins and decided to declare entry into the Royal Rumble. Now, personally, now, folks, hear me out for just a second here. Now, yeah, I can't stand Logan Paul's personality. You know, he can be a bit of a jerk, but he is well skilled in the ring. He knows how to work a crowd. Gotta respect that. You know, he knows some of the business and is willing to learn, and I gotta respect Logan Paul for that. I just like making fun of him. I'm an old school fan, so I just like making fun of him as a heel and all, calling him a Beavis-looking butthead and all, and that's why I want to say that I want him to face Gunther just to see Gunther chop. I want to see Gunther turn Logan Paul's chest into freaking hamburger meat. That way, to the point where, way I compare, hey, let's fire up the grill because we'll have a little old-fashioned cookout because we're going to have some, we're going to have some hamburger meat, man. You know what I mean? And the crazy part is I don't like hamburgers. That's the weird part, huh? But anyways. And then in the backstage interviews, Kathy Kelly interviewed CM Punk. Sami Zayn interrupts Punk, talking about him winning the Royal Rumble. Karrion Kross was talking to Sami Zayn, said that's it, and he tells Sami Zayn, don't think with your heart no more, think with your head. I think Karrion Kross is trying to stir something up in Sami Zayn. And then Cody Rhodes tries to talk to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn's I gotta go. Now, in attendance, Noah said to Neo, who's an actor, 3 rappers were in attendance. Well, Lil Yachty, who's probably a big Rhea Ripley fan, 2 Chainz, and Quavo. Or Quavo. And also, 2 tag teams are in attendance to watch the tag team title defense, A-Town Down Under, and the Creed Brothers. Tag titles on the line, War Raiders defending it against J.D. McDonough and Dominic Mysterio of the Judgment Day. My brain is getting tired. Usually I try to go to bed this time. Anyways, there was one spot where J.D. McDonough hit his head on the announce desk. I'm kind of hoping he's okay. And, I'm kind of hoping that he's okay. And, it really, Excuse me. And then, but J.D. McDonough kept on going. Gotta respect the man for that. And then Carlito got involved during the matchup, but it didn't do him any good because J.D. McDonough and Dominic Mysterio lose to the War Raiders. The War Raiders retain their titles. So, what's next for them? You got A-Town Down Under. You got excuse me. I apologize for that, folks. It know, you trying to find something? Yeah, I found something. It's been bothering me, you know. Anyways, I do apologize for that, folks. Excuse me for that. Meanwhile, Pete Dunne was walking. Ludwig Kaiser talked to Pete Dunne and said, hey, listen, we got to show him how it's done. Is Ludwig Kaiser trying to form a new imperium with Pete Dunne? I mean, Pete Dunne and Ludwig Kaiser as a tag team would not be as bad, you know. But, you know, Pete Dunne, he's like, don't stop. And as they were talking about it, and then the New Day came up, and you know, yeah, you know. Hey, yeah, we were trying to tell you that, and then Pete Dunne and Ludwig Kaiser looked at the two of the New Day members and just walked away. I'm like, oh boy. Kathy Kelly interviewed the New Day, and it's Atlanta's very own, and then Kathy Kelly went down the list of popular wrestlers in Atlanta. She said, no, me, and I did invite my family members to be here, and I have not talked to them yet. So, anyway, so in attendance, more rappers, Little Baby and Killer Mike. Rappers I haven't heard of. You know what I mean? But they're celebrities. They're WWE fans. Rey Mysterio went one-on-one with Xavier Woods. This was a heck of a matchup. Xavier Woods had the advantage until Xavier Woods' family showed up, along with Lil Yachty, and I think it was mom, dad, sister, and brother, and Lil Yachty, and they revealed New Day Sucks t-shirts. I'm like, that's the new thing. And his sister threw a t-shirt right in Xavier Woods' face. Rey Mysterio took advantage of it and ended up winning the matchup, hit to 619. And then Rey Mysterio celebrated with Xavier Woods' family. If that's not going to drive the New Day to say, hey, we need to talk to you, Big E, I don't know what will. And I think, they're going to want to fight Big E. Now listen, Kofi, Xavier, you turned your back on Big E, a man that helped you win the tag team titles about 10 to 13 times in your career, and helped Kofi Mania, and helped you win the King of the Ring. Dude, you guys turned your back. You tried Odyssey Jones to replace Big E. That didn't work out. You guys, you made a huge mistake, and you're going to pay for it. Listen, I mean, you already made the big mistake of rejecting Big E and kicking him out of New Day, and you're paying a heavy price for it, boys. Trust me. Speaking of the LWO, they're going to lose one of their own because Zelina Vega has now officially been transferred over to SmackDown. So, Zelina Vega will have an opportunity to become the Women's United States Champion or WWE Undisputed Women's Champion there. We'll find out for sure what the story is there. Will she make an alliance with Electra Lopez and give in to Legado del Fantasma? I don't know. That's going to be an interesting situation to say the least. We'll find out when Zelina Vega enters there. Zayn was talking to Seth Rollins, apologizing to him for the little kick. Seth Rollins says, hey, it's the Royal Rumble. A lot of tempers are flaring for the Royal Rumble, I got to admit. And then Jey Uso enters the ring with Quavo yelling and addressing the Atlanta crowd, saying that he's going to win the Royal Rumble. So the lovely Jackie Redmond, I love Jackie Redmond, interviewed the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria, who is to declare her entry into the Women's Royal Rumble matchup. American Mate interrupts Lyra Valkyria, and looks like Ivy Nile wants a shot at the Women's Intercontinental title. And then Alpha Academy was doing their TikTok, being helped out by Maxine Dupree, and then Chad Gable berates them and starts trouble. Trouble. Ivy now shoves Maxine Dupree. So, also off camera, I think during the commercial break, Braun Breaker was getting interviewed by either Jackie Redmond or Kathy Kelly. Is there any dogs in there? And then Penta confronts him and goes, Cero Miedo. I said, if Penta does not win the Royal Rumble, I think he may eye the Intercontinental title. Penta, Intercontinental Champion Penta. Nice fight to it. Well, we'll see if that actually happens or not. Well, it all depends on what happens to the Royal Rumble. And women's tag match, Bianca Belair and Naomi, the women's tag team champions, went up against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez at Judgment Day. And during the matchup, Dominic Mysterio gets involved, and that gives Liv and Raquel the victory over the women's tag team champions. So should Bianca Belair and Naomi retain the titles against Jakara Jackson and Last Legend of the Meta Girls tomorrow night on NXT, I expect Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez get their next shot. So we'll see what happens. Captain Kelly interviewed Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley says, doesn't matter who's going to win the Royal Rumble. I want a challenge. Bayley interrupts her, saying that she might end up winning the Royal Rumble, like she did last year. But then she was confronted by Io Sky, and she said, I'll see you Saturday, and walks away. And then Kai Cenat, who is one of the most popular streamers, was in attendance, being a WWE fan. Penta addresses being in the WWE. Paul Heyman comes out to address the Atlanta crowd and announces that the cover man for 2K25 is Roman Reigns. Drew McIntyre interrupts Paul Heyman. And then Sami Zayn went up against Drew McIntyre one-on-one. And here's the crazy part. Sami Zayn, this is Sami Zayn's 11th match against Drew McIntyre, and Sami Zayn has not won a single match. He's 0 for 10. Well, Drew McIntyre cheated to pin Sami Zayn for his 11th victory over him. McIntyre attacks Sami Zayn after the matchup, and then Cody Rhodes comes out and fights McIntyre. Kevin Owens comes out to get at Rhodes, and as McIntyre and Rhodes attack, McIntyre and Owens attack Rhodes, Sami Zayn went to go hit the lubricant kick, but accidentally hits Cody Rhodes. And then Cody Rhodes addressed the Atlanta crowd, his hometown crowd, saying this is not about the titles. It's more than that. It's a concept of championships and all. CM Punk comes out, interrupts Rhodes, and said, hey, somebody is going to come along and try to win and try to go up while you're on the way down, and that person is going to be me. And Cody says, I hope you win the Royal Rumble. And you know what? Cody Rhodes and CM Punk might main event WrestleMania, and you know what? I have to agree. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk will be an excellent matchup. The matchup is great storyline, great storytelling, and I'm telling you right now, I am totally telling you right now, you're talking about a match with a storytelling matchup. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. That's the deal. Let's do it. All right? So, that's all the time we have on the show. Episode 1987. We're 13 episodes away from the year, from 2,000 episodes of the show. I'm excited. How about you? So, that's all the time we have on the show. Thank you very much for tuning in. Tomorrow we got High Rollers in NXT. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for tuning in. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.